Alright, this is the introduction for the greenhouse lab, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at kind of what greenhouse gases do and why people are worried about them. And so we're going to go to this simulation right here, and what you're going to see is you're going to see a simulation where there's some yellow stars and there's some red stars, and it's pretty much written in the simulation what they represent. And we're going to first start by talking about what glass kind of does. So think about how you can have a hot car when it's relatively cold outside. And what we're going to be taking a look at is we're going to be taking a look at kind of the path that the sunlight goes and the path that the infrared goes. And we're going to have no glass panes 1, 2, and 3. We're going to add in some glass panes. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the simulation real quick. So as I said, these are kind of what you're looking at, is these little lights. Just pay attention to the direction of them and pay attention to the temperature. What we can do is we can go ahead and we can add some glass panes. Now do wait a little bit for the temperature to kind of stabilize before you make your reading, but pay attention to the path that these little pieces of sunlight and infrared light actually go. And you're just going to do 1, 2, 3 glass panes, and you're going to kind of observe the temperature and what's going on with it. So just pay attention, what's going on with them and the temperature. So then what I have you do is I have you switch over to the Earth, and what we're going to do is we're going to mess around with just different amounts of greenhouse gas. We're pretty much going to do the same thing. We'll pay attention to the path of the sunlight and pay attention to the path of the infrared and pay attention to the temperature. So when we pop over to the simulation, you're just going to go right over here, and what we can do is we can mess around with how much greenhouse gases there are in the atmosphere. We can go to none, and again just wait a little bit for the temperature to kind of stabilize. You can kind of see it going down right over there before you make your reading, and then you can go up to a whole bunch and just pay attention to the direction of these guys and pay attention to the temperature. You can also add some clouds in the simulation, and that's pretty much the lab.